Here's why most people never get to the life they say they want. They're waiting for the big move, the perfect plan, the right launch, the moment. But that perfect moment never comes. But the people who actually get there were never running on that one moment when they feel motivated to do something. They were running on the same boring, repeated actions every single day. If you are actually serious about changing your life, and I mean serious, not the version of serious that lasts until Friday night, start these 7 habits today. Not next Monday, not after you've finished watching 3 more videos like this. Wake up before your excuses do. That's not a small thing. That's the first decision of your entire day, and you're losing it before you're even fully conscious. The people who actually build something different give themselves 1 hour before the world starts demanding things from them. No messages, no noise, just them and the thing that matters. You don't need to wake up at 5 a.m. like it's a personality trait. You need 1 quiet hour where nobody has a claim on your time yet. Find it. Protect it. Stop negotiating with your alarm. Learn 1 hour every day. Learn with purpose, not by accident. You're consuming information all day, every day, hours of it, but most of it isn't going anywhere because it wasn't chosen. It was just whatever the algorithm decided to feed you next. That's not learning. That's being fed. 1 hour a day of actual chosen learning, a real book, a real skill, real practice, is 365 hours a year that almost nobody else is putting in because almost nobody is being intentional about their input. You either decide what goes into your head or someone else decides it for you. And right now, it's someone else, and they don't care what happens to your future. Move your body daily, because your brain runs on what your body does, whether you like that fact or not. A Harvard Medical School review found that regular movement improves cognitive performance for hours after you finish, which means skipping your workout isn't saving you time, it's borrowing focus from the rest of your day and paying it back with interest. 30 minutes minimum. Walking, lifting, running, show up for it every single day. Track where your money actually goes, because you cannot build wealth on numbers you've never looked at. Most people are operating on a vague feeling about their finances instead of an actual picture, and vague feelings make embarrassingly bad financial decisions over and over again. Open OneNote or one app and write down every dollar that leaves your account for the next 30 days straight. You're not budgeting yet, you're just finally looking at reality, and that alone is enough to change how you spend. Protect a real block of deep work, because most people think they're working hard when they're actually just busy. Cal Newport's research on deep work found that most knowledge workers get fewer than 2 genuinely focused hours per day. The rest gets eaten alive by notifications and switching between half-finished tasks, which means 2 real hours will outperform 8 hours of scattered, unfocused work. Pick 1 block of at least 90 minutes, leave your phone in another room, work on 1 task only, and protect it the same way you'd protect a meeting you're not allowed to cancel, because it is. Review your day before you sleep, because what gets measured gets improved, and that applies to your life the same way it applies to a business. Without a daily review, you end up repeating the exact same unconscious mistakes for years and quietly calling it just how you are, when really it's just a pattern nobody ever stopped to look at. Give yourself 2 minutes before bed and answer 3 questions. What moved you forward today? What pulled you backward? And what's the one adjustment you're making tomorrow? Skip the aesthetic journal, just answer the questions. Surround yourself with people who are ahead of you, because your environment is shaping your standards whether you've noticed it or not. Jim Rohn's old line still holds up. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and their habits, their standards, and their ceiling quietly become the baseline you measure your own life against without you ever choosing it consciously. Audit your 5, and if none of them are ahead of you in the area you're trying to grow in, go find at least 1. A mentor, a community, even people online whose standard you're actively trying to absorb, because proximity to a higher bar raises yours without you having to force it. 7 habits. None of them are exciting. None of them will look good as a highlight reel, and that's exactly why most people skip straight past them looking for something flashier that was never actually going to work. You can close this video and go back to exactly what you were doing 5 minutes ago. And honestly, most people will. Or you can pick one of these 7 and actually start it today. Not as a New Year's resolution, not as a someday plan, today, in the next hour. 5 years from now, you are either going to be glad you started or you're going to be exactly where you are right now, watching another video like this one, telling yourself you'll start soon. Don't be that person. Go.